Tonight we honor Dennis Marx with the University of Dayton Alumni Association Special Service Award. Dennis had never seen the University of Dayton before his parents dropped him off on campus at the start of his freshman year. It was a life-changing decision. He earned a bachelor's degree in accounting in 1968, and all three of his children, Laura, Kevin, and John, graduated from UD, as did two of their spouses. His time at UD also helped him cultivate a spirit of servant leadership, inspiring him to give back to the university and his community. He is a member of the Board of Trustees and a former president of the Alumni Association. He worked on reunion weekend committees, joined the Advisory Council for the School of Business Administration, and hosted alumni and new student programming in Chicago, where he lives now. He also serves on the Board of Catholic Charities of Chicago. A family connection also led Dennis to create an international collaboration for UD. His father was a member of the 82nd Airborne Division, the American military unit that liberated the Dutch city of Nijmegen during World War II. The unit also helped rebuild Radboud University Nijmegen, a Catholic university. After Nazi troops destroyed the campus and sent professors and students to concentration camps for refusing to pledge allegiance to the regime, Dennis contacted leaders at Radboud, saying he was the son of a soldier and wanted to see where his father once served. That led to a partnership between the schools, and close to 30 Dutch students have visited UD to participate in conferences, classes, and semester-long study. UD students will be studying at Radboud this fall. Dennis said, "UD has given me so much. I can't put it all into words." For his unwavering support of his alma mater, the University of Dayton Alumni Association is proud to present the 2016 Special Service Award to Dennis Marx.
Well, this is a tough act to follow after Matt. Jeez. Tell ya. But that's an example of why people volunteer to help the university with its mission. If we can create more folks like Matt and the good things you're doing, God bless all of us. So anyway, so you changed my opening remarks. So I do want to thank everyone involved with nominating Amy Anderson, and coming to the conclusion to give me this award. I assure you this award is nothing you can prepare for. Rick Granite's letter to me, I couldn't comprehend it when I was reading it for the first time. Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Amy, again. So, Rick's letter asked me to comment, I better use these, on my UD experiences and how it shaped my career. I want to tell you that it's very disproportionate, the time that we spend here at UD. It's only 4 years, maybe 5 in some cases or more, but those 4 years shaped the next 48 years that I've spent in my career. It created lasting friendships. In fact, Tony is a class of 68. Father Fitz is a class of 68. And 2 of my roommates from my junior and senior year came here from Florida and from West Virginia. So thanks, Dave. Thanks, Don. So that's part of the UD experience that shapes you for the rest of your life. We seem to keep coming back together. Early on, I realized, and the economic concept of wealth is made up of labor and capital. And early on, I realized that I have much more labor than I do capital. So I can give more time than I can currency. But that's a good thing. I looked for opportunities to use my time to give back. As you've heard, I've been involved with Catholic Charities, with UD, with Radboud in Nijmegen. You saw pictures of me in China, and I also had an opportunity to go to Poland, and I taught English-speaking Polish graduate students. This was for Dominican University in the Chicago area. Wonderful experience, but all based from my education here. I was an accounting major here at Dayton. So also my time with the Alumni Association. I was in Rick's shoes several years, and of the things that I am especially proud of, we had an award of a servant leader, and we gave the award twice. This was Brother Ray's idea of a servant leader award. Now that means many different things to every one of you, but the two recipients who received it, the award, were John Glenn and Elizabeth Dole, who at the time was the president of the American Red Cross. And also, unfortunately, this weekend was the weekend after 9/11, and John Glenn was here for that award. The other item the other accomplishment of the Alumni Association during my term, Terry Risby and Bob Daly came up with the idea of the Irma Bombeck Writers Workshop. And to this day, that is in existence and a thriving event, bringing more attention and credibility to the University of Dayton. The third event was a business school professor came to the Alumni Association looking for help with the concept of RISE. And for many years, this investment symposium was presented on our campus. It grew to be so big we just couldn't afford to continue it, and I do mean afford to continue it. But it all led to the prestige of the university. It also was the reason why the Dutch students started coming here, because I was on a trip to Holland and visited, as you heard, with people there, and I invited the administration at Radboud to send students to RISE. Well, a professor came here to check us out, and sure enough, soon thereafter came our first Dutch student, and then a few more, and then they came for a year. And so on Thursday, we're leaving for the Netherlands, and we will have dinner with the new president of Radboud, 3 other professors, and 3 UD students currently studying in the Netherlands at Radboud of Nijmegen. These things that UD offered me, it gave me technical skills, it gave me the ability for human interaction with other people from different walks of life. In sitting in meetings on the Board of Trustees or any meeting, I'm also critical of myself. Somebody comes up with a wonderful comment and I say, oh, why didn't I think of that? But that's the wonder of collaborative intelligence. We don't have individually, we just don't have all the answers. So for the future, I encourage you to volunteer for something with your church, a social service agency, a governmental unit, but just volunteer and be able to experience the wonderful things that I've learned from other people. Place other people's interests ahead of your own, because givers attract attention. Find mentors, and often mentors for more than one reason. One of my great failings in life was not consulting enough with other people to give me advice. That's just me. That's what I felt. I didn't reach out enough. And seek out UD resources beyond your undergraduate degree. There are these amazing programs going on here on campus for life after our undergraduate degree. So I'll close. I go back to labor and capital, and my return on my labor I call psychic income. It's an intangible. I can't measure it, but I just feel good about doing something, giving and getting something back. I call what I get back psychic income. So I'll close with telling a story on myself. And Alan Hill and Dan Kern were there, and several other trustees. When we went to China, we were in Suzhou, China, where the China Institute is now. And at that time, the building was a see-through building. There was nothing there. The residents that they provided were empty, so it was really, really raw, brand new stuff. And we were at a dinner, a closing dinner in Suzhou, and the Chinese folks have big, what I call lazy Susans. And they put food down and it spins. But there's also toasts, a lot of toasts, and some gifts. So I came up with some small gifts, which Dan Kern especially got a kick out of. But I closed by saying that we're all different. We all came from different parts of the world. And then I followed up, and this is a play on words. So I said, and the governor of the province was there, and the mayor, and other officials. I couldn't even understand who they were. But I closed with saying, thank you all very much. But always remember, China had Chairman Mao. The University of Dayton has Dennis Marx. Thank you all.